put it all over him. And I won that. Then obviously I beat him in the world final by about 10 points.
Yeah. How did you feel winning this?
Yeah, you're number one in the world, ain't you? Anything you've ever aimed to do, you're number first and only British person to ever do it still. Someone won a silver this year, and there's no Russians no more, and this was the best lot, and they don't let the Russians in no more, so it's, when you think all the years, Andy Joshua, Luke Campbell, two Olympic champions, James Dickau, they couldn't do it. No one's ever done it, so you feel like, yeah, the first ever.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
At this point, did you realise you was different to other fighters?
I was different. I just trained really hard. I had a good style and I just wanted it that bad. I've hated losing.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing come like natural. I think nothing was there. I had to try and never work as hard as anyone for it. I used to really kill myself to make the weight.
Yeah.
Like in the world, I was losing 6 pounds every night to make the weight the next day. I had to really struggle to do it. It wasn't like it come natural or it wasn't by hard work ever. It's really hard work.
Yeah. And after becoming the first ever to do this for Britain, did fame or attention come suddenly?
People knew who I was before that, was the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
In the Commonwealth Games, like we were the best team. We went and won all the golds. Like we won everything. Probably the best. I believe our team was the best team still to this day of Olympics, Worlds, any team GB's ever had, because we all were up there with the top 5 in the world or whenever. We were all flying.
Yeah. At this point of your career, did you feel pressure instead of confidence? Or did
like I said, the pressure was on myself. I wanted to be the best. I knew how good I was. Like but around them times, I was going everywhere and just winning golds, winning. No one was touching me.
Yeah.
I think them couple of years I was in touch with what I would have been. And like I was boxing the European champion at the weight above, going there the week notice and beating them. So I believe I was the best in the world at 2 weights at that time.
Yeah. So that's how you felt within yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your amateur career, you sparred Amir Khan. Can you talk to me more about this and your relationship?
Yeah, we were saying Amir was one of the lads. He was sweet, like nothing. He'd be up for the crack. We'd go out place, not drinking or nothing, but we'd go mess around. He'd be with us.
Yeah.
Saying before the Olympics, I was kicked off the team. We'd done a bit of mess around in France, so they kicked me off for a couple of weeks. I was thinking about going to Boxer Island, and I think they got wind of me. And like I said, I was probably 19, 20. They didn't want me going on another team, going to Ireland, the boxing for them.
Yeah.
They rang me, do you want to come spar Khan? I said, well, but like, I've got 3 months money down. I said, your money's in your bank. But back then you didn't have online banking and that, as well, just like working.
Yeah.
And like getting cash in hand, and then check about my money's in there to keep me on, like, and I just thought I was getting kicked off. That's hard looking at going elsewhere. And I remember the first part, I absolutely played with him. I remember I was moving, I was boxing, walking onto everything. And then I thought, I'll do alright. And he's already, just before he gets to the Olympic Games. And then they just kept me in for sparring. Me and a lad called Neil Perkins. Neil Perkins was like the world bronze medalist the year after the Olympics, and he was just say he was stronger than us, so he'd make Khan work all the time. I'd be trying to make it slippery, move my feet, because none of us could stand me Khan because he'd be quick.
Okay.
So we had to use our feet.
You wanted to call him out and fight him when you turned pro. Was this a rivalry?
No, I went to him as an amateur. Twice we were mates. Told me I went to the box office in Crystal Palace in 2004. Or 5, and it was 2005, and he was there, he was on there, and then for some reason he never went in the weight, he never went in.
Yeah.
And then before the ABAs were bringing the same weight, and he went up a weight, even though we could still make the weight, and I went out, I won him at 60, he went up weight, he pulled out, he got dropped, and he pulled out. And as a pro, it's just, listen, I wasn't pro, he's the name, who's the one to beat. So you mentioned that person's name.
Yeah. So why did that fight not happen?
So as a pro, I didn't get to the heights I should have, to be fair.
Okay.
And so he was never in the prime line with him. He was with Brock, like obviously I boxed Brock, but he was never in the pop line with Khan. He was above me. So as an amateur, I was on that level. As a pro, I won.
Okay. Did you feel England fully supported amateur boxers at that time?
Yeah, fully. Yeah. Audley Harrison winning the gold in 2000 got us good funding. We didn't have to work.
Yeah.
We could go to our camps every week, knowing we're going to get paid, food, expenses, travelled a lot. Then we were looked after, yeah. Injuries, everything. Psychologically, mentally, we needed something. That would have got it there for us.
Yeah.
So they fully backed us, yes.
Okay. Looking back, were there warning signs of burnout in your amateur career?
In 2005, I won the World Championships, had 32 fights that year, won 30, lost to the Italian when I got cheated. I lost to Mario Kindling, the Olympic champion. And England said he's not going, so I'm moaning, like, why? Then the year after, you have to fight for your Commonwealth Games spot. They said, so I went in the ABA, so they had 30 fights that year probably. And they rang up, get him out, he's not boxing, he don't need to, he's the number one.
Yeah.
He's by far the number one. There's like 6 of us on that Commonwealth team who knew we were going before they come.
Yeah. Did Did you ever fear losing your identity outside of boxing? As at this time, boxing is your whole life.
No, I wasn't that person who could have walked around the streets thinking I'm the man, I'm being headed. Because my friends wouldn't have let me. They would have said, what are you doing, you prat? Shut up and lie.
Yeah.
I mean, people, I found good people having family support and everything. So now I knew what I was doing, I knew how I had to be like. And sometimes like I didn't live the life, I'd go out partying and stuff like that. But that's on me, no one else.
Yeah.
And I should have done a lot more than I did as a pro, but
We'll get to that down the line. So, 17 years ago, you were gutted for not making the Olympics Games in Beijing, 2008, due to not being able to make weight.
yeah.
Can you walk us through that experience and how you overcame that hardship?
Like I said, in the World Championships, I was losing 6 pounds a night. I was at that weight for years. And physically, I outgrew the weight, and it happens. You know what I mean, change just happened to me. I had the biggest one in the world, but one of them, isn't it? And yeah, done what I did. There's a lot of pressure on me to win gold because I was the favourite. I was the world #1, but it just weren't meant to be. Like Frank Warren rang me up about 6 months before and said, "You want to turn pro now? I'll sign you." And now I wish I did, but at the same time, we never. And I did it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Talk to me about the difficulties of making weight. You mentioned sometimes missing meals just to make weight.
Oh yeah, you miss eating, not meals. Yeah, that is.
Okay.
I mean, you drink the bare minimum. I was one of them. I didn't trust the process. You drinking 4 litres a day, having 4 meals a day. So I'd literally starve, maybe have an apple or say have a little wrap twice a day, some of that, little bits of water, and I've been walking around drier than anything 3 weeks before fight. So I didn't trust the process, which I know now is the process.
Why did you not trust it?
I don't know. I just couldn't see how you could eat so much in my weight.
Was you just stubborn at the time? Would you say?
I just naive.
Okay.
Guys didn't believe it.
Yeah. Was weight cutting detrimental to your career?
100%, yeah. I've always like, I don't know how long I've had diabetes, but I'm a diabetic.
Okay.
Yeah, making mine got harder and harder as I got older. And like things just go a lot. I feel like I've had ADHD, everything come alive, and I feel like everything's good. Everyone else speaks to now says you definitely hate growing up. But at the time, you didn't have things to help you with it, and now you do.
Yeah. Looking back, if you had a good nutritionist or more discipline, would you say that this affected your career, your trajectory of your career?
Discipline was never nothing to do with training. I train every day as hard as anyone. And I'll be first, last day. It's nothing to do with that. Nutritionist, I did have a good nutritionist, Kerry Kayes, saying people are the best in the world. One of the best in the world. I just didn't trust the process with the food and drinking so much. And like I went out pieing, but I didn't go out pieing early on, just towards the end. I had some family bad news. I won't talk about that, but I had some issues with family things. And it played a big part of my life, and it set me off the rails a bit. But luckily I got back on and sorted myself out.